Speaking of packing light, he needs to talk to the person who books flights to Moscow and gets off in Geneva. He went to Europe for 10 days with a carry-on. And played hockey there.
Living that vagabond lifestyle.
Getting all stinky.
You just open the windows on the plane and
He's
air it out.
just stinky in general, though.
Or you just listen to the podcast.
Yeah, motherfucker. We're gonna take it up a few notches right now. See if y'all can keep up. Wanna give a motherfucker sucker, put your...
What's up, everybody, and welcome to episode 41 of the ScruffCast. I'm John.
And I'm Dan. And you sounded like a robot there.
Well, you know what? Sometimes the listeners like a little formulaic.
Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, quickly, before we do anything here, I got in a little bit of trouble yesterday from our last podcast. So we kind of talked about how, all the stuff that's gone on since we last recorded the podcast.
Yes.
I forgot to mention that my sister also had a child, Hazel Grace, and my niece. So I will shout her out now as well. Another fantastic thing that happened.
You selfishly only mentioned your own kid. Shaking my head.
Shaking my head. Okay, moving on. What do we got planned?
Moving on. So, we always kick the podcast off by looking at the question to ponder from the week before. If somehow this is your first time ever listening to the ScruffCast, question to ponder is a question we give the listeners to ponder over the week, and they're supposed to email us and give us their ponderings. So, the question from last week was, what inanimate object do you wish you could eliminate from existence?
And lucky for you guys. Well, lucky for all of us, really.
Yeah.
Someone did email in.
Yeah, the listeners, they pulled through this week. Well, a listener pulled through this week. So we got an email with the subject, Question to Ponder. Dear Jon and Dan, thank you so much for bringing the podcast back. I've missed listening to it on my travels to and from work. Great job last week. Thank you. Mm-hmm. As for the question to ponder, the one thing I would love to eliminate are those stupid decorations people put on cars. The reindeer noses, those stupid eyelashes, and even worse, the reindeer noses and antlers. Your loyal listener sent from my iPhone.
Oh.
So this was a fantastic answer.
That is a great one.
Yeah,
I hate those things too.
Because what is the purpose? They exist just for who buys those? Put it on your car?
It's just people being like, hey, I'm festive.
But
for someone like you who loves Christmas, I'm surprised you don't have those reindeer things up on your car too.
That's too much.
A massive inflatable Santa just sitting on your roof.
I opened the sunroof and I got a giant Frosty the Snowman was in there, just flapping in the wind. That was a fantastic one. Sometimes you see the eyelashes on the Volkswagen Buggy.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've seen that one too.
Just
anything on cars. I think we complained about car flags one time too.
Yeah, we did. Because we were talking about how people put them on the hood now. I think it was during the World Cup or the Olympics.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're getting too damn old. In the show.
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
Talked about.
All right,
maybe someone can remind us.
That was a fantastic answer by the listener there. So Dan,
Yeah.
what inanimate object would you like to eliminate from existence?
Mine would be the butter knife.
Oh, that's a good one.
There's no need for a butter knife ever. Because with a steak knife, you can also spread butter onto things.
Yeah.
And it also cuts your food better. You go to a wedding, or you know what I mean? Anything like that, you never get a steak knife. You always get the crappy little butter knife. So you're trying to cut your food with this, you're trying to cut a piece of chicken or pork with this, garbage knife.
I see. It's almost like the ability to spread the butter is taking precedence over the ability to cut the food.
Exactly.
So
butter knives they're absolutely useless. Because like I said, you can use a steak knife to spread butter the exact same way you would a butter
pretty
knife.
Much. And why do they even call it a butter knife? It's not really a knife. It's more like a spreader with a little bit of serrated.
A grated spreader. Yeah. Oh yeah. So that would be it for me. Butter knives. I don't like them.
All right. My thing I'd like to eliminate, it's not like a personal gripe, but I just think that these things are stupid, is also on the topic of cars, like the listener wrote in, but do you ever see in the summer, how it gets hot, so people put up those things on their, on the inside of the car to cover the windshield?
Oh, those, they look like tin foil on the outside?
Yeah, those things are lame. I get rid of
that
those.
would be it.
Yeah, I think that's what I
It's to reflect heat away, isn't that what the whole thing is?
Yeah, but they're lame.
I agree.
I've seen actually ones you can get
You
where
only
it's like
see them in
pictures on
like
there.
Pontiac Sunfires. Those are the those are the
yeah.
only time you see them.
That's like the main demographic.
Yeah,
I think that's
people
what
who drive Pontiac Sunfires.
when trying to think of inanimate objects I'd eliminate, that was up there. For no real reason in particular, but I just don't like them. I'd also, I'd get rid of Uggs, too. Not a big fan of those. Yeah.
What about knockoff Uggs, like Costco Uggs?
Like Fugs.
Yeah,
Costco Uggs. What do they call the Costco? Kirkland Uggs. Cugs.
Cugs. Yeah, I don't know what they're called. They just look like Uggs.
Get those
But
Cugs.
they're $40 instead of $400.
You could.
Not that I wear though. I'm just asking for a friend.
Dan's
that's all.
actually got a couple of Cugs on right now.
Hey, if Tom Brady can wear them, I can wear them.
Tom Brady's been wearing Uggs.
Tom Brady wears Uggs.
Really?
Yeah, no joke. He was like sponsored by them. Google it.
I will. Man, I didn't know. Well,
Didn't take away from his manhood.
if Tom Brady can wear Uggs, then you know what? I changed my mind. Uggs are cool now.
There we go.
ScruffCast, the official Uggs podcast. If anybody from the Uggs Corporation is listening, send us that sponsor money.
Please. We need money.
All right. So we were talking a little bit, about me being festive and Christmas stuff. But here in Canada, it's also a festive season.
It's the holiday season.
The holiday season of Tim Hortons Roll Up the Rim to win.
So what we're going to do is do a live roll-up here at the ScruffCast headquarters. This will be very exciting for everyone at home.
Yeah,
And
imagine
as you can tell, we're clearly running out of ideas.
This is actually why we waited so long to bring the podcast back, because we needed to wait for Roll Up the Rim.
You know what? Imagine one of us wins a car right now. That would be like a pretty crazy thing to happen on the ScruffCast.
Yeah, that'd be unreal. All right, let's see. What are the top prizes we could see? Well, 1 in 6 chances to win, and there's 2 of us. So,
Oh, didn't it used to be 1 in 7?
oh, they're lowering the odds.
Can't get my little heat pad off here.
All right.
Gotta rip it off.
I can just imagine somebody's listening to the podcast and they're like driving to work and they only have a 20-minute commute, so they only get so much of the podcast. And it's like, they didn't get to the good stuff because they had to listen to us.
roll up goddamn
Unroll our coffee room. For
So the prizes
5 minutes.
are 40 Jeep Compasses, 105,000 prepaid CIBC cards, 1,000 GT bicycles. Oh man, that'd be a bummer.
That would suck.
Yeah, and 50,000 $50 Tim's cards. I wouldn't mind that. All right, John, you go first.
All right.
And let's keep in mind, I bought these coffees, so anything John wins is mine. Obviously.
I bought the coffees last
Obviously.
week, but there was no.
We didn't win, so it
there was
doesn't
no roll up. All right. Please play again.
Oh, the problem was John went with the thumb roll. He did the thumb roll up.
What are you supposed to do, the teeth roll
yeah,
up?
the teeth roll. You got to. Here, I'm gonna do mine now.
This is such shit podcasting.
I want a coffee.
Did you?
Yeah, look.
Ah, damn.
I swear to God.
And we both have the same type of coffee,
Oh,
double
that's
double.
awesome.
So
Maybe
that,
we'll-
that could have been mine.
Yeah, but it was mine.
Luck of the draw.
We'll post the proof to the Twitter account and Instagram. Follow us.
Yeah, if you're out there on the Twitters, follow us at ScruffCast, because if you're following us on Twitter, you would have seen a special announcement. Now we're available on Spotify.
Oh yeah.
So for those of us out there who are, into Spotify, if you have a Google Mini in your vicinity right now, okay, Google, play the ScruffCast on Spotify. Let me know if it triggered or not. I don't know.
The reason we weren't on Spotify before, apparently, I just found this out from John, was because they kind of had like standards for the podcast they put up, and we just didn't cut it. Apparently.
We didn't need it.
We didn't cut it. But now they've opened it up to everybody, so now we're on Spotify.
There you go. So persistence pays off. If you wait long enough, eventually you get your way. Just like the listeners have waited about 8 minutes for us to get into the meat and potatoes of the podcast here.
All right.
All right. So looking at the first article for this week comes to us from Reuters, or Reuters. I don't know exactly how you pronounce it, but this happened 6 days ago. Colorado jogger strangles mountain lion after attack on trail. A Colorado jogger strangled a juvenile mountain lion in the foothills of Horsetooth Mountain, northwest of Denver.
Jeez, this just sounds like a...
Oh, Horsetooth?
This sounds like a place that a guy that would kill a mountain lion would be.
Yeah, he's like the legend of Horsetooth now.
Yeah. The legend of Horsetooth.
In the foothills of Horsetooth Mountain, northwest of Denver, acting in self-defense after the predator attacked him, authorities said on Tuesday. The man, who was not identified... Oh, dude, I would be like out there like just dying to be identified.
Yeah, I
If
know.
I strangled
Me
the
too.
mountain lion with my bare hands. Look at like how much we're fiending off like anybody listening to us now. We're just sitting around.
And we have 3 listeners. This guy killed a mountain lion.
The man who was not identified survived the life and death struggle in the Horsetooth Mountain open space, a mountain park less than 70 miles from Denver, officials said. The man was running on a trail when the juvenile cougar attacked him from behind.
So it wasn't even an adult.
A juvenile. I don't know exactly how big it was.
Like I would say that's a teenager.
But I wouldn't be afraid to say a juvenile mountain lion would probably kill both of us at the same time. Easy peasy.
It very well could.
The man was running on a trail when the juvenile cougar attacked him from behind, biting and clawing his face, back, legs, and arms. State and local officials said in a joint statement late on Monday. During the struggle, the man strangled the wild animal with his bare hands.
Oh, man.
Colorado Parks and Wildlife spokeswoman Rebecca Farrell said by phone on Tuesday. There was some wrestling going on, and the cat did latch onto his arm, but he was able to choke it, she said. The size of the cougar was unclear, Farrell said, because other animals fed on the carcass before wildlife officers arrived, but it is believed it was a male. So this man had this life or death struggle, strangled this thing to death, and he's just like, I'm going on with my day. And he just left it there.
I know, and the other animal's like, oh, thanks, homie.
Yeah, and they're going in there and they're feasting. The runner went to a hospital, officials said, with injuries that were serious but not life-threatening. The remainder of the animal's body was recovered near the trail where the jogger had dropped some possessions and taken to a Colorado Parks and Wildlife lab for necropsy.
Don't know what that is.
I don't know. It's like maybe an autopsy, but a little different. I don't know.
Maybe.
Listeners, write in ScruffCast@gmail.com. The remainder of the animal's body, I already read that part. The runner did everything he could to save his life, said Mark Leslie, CPW Northeast Regional Manager. You know what? I'm really tired of how they got to give everybody's qualifications when they're giving these quotes and these articles all the goddamn time.
Yeah.
I don't care about Mark Leslie. All right? In the event of a lion attack, you need to do anything in your power to fight back, just as this gentleman did. Mountain lion attacks have caused fewer than 20 fatalities in the United States in the past 100 years. So, what was the number? Was it like 19? Was it like 17? They're just trying to sound more impressive. Fewer than 20?
It's probably 19.
Oh, it says right here, 16 known attacks have occurred in Colorado since 1990, officials said. Mountain lion attacks are not common in Colorado, and it is unfortunate that the lion's hunting instincts were triggered by the runner. So it was the runner's fault, triggering the lion. You know how it is nowadays, 2019, everybody getting triggered.
Even mountain lions.
Even mountain lions. Were triggered by the runner. Ty Petersburg, area wildlife manager for the CPW, said in a statement, this could have had a very different outcome. That was the whole article. Unfortunately, there's no picture of the mountain lion.
Yeah, you know what? That mountain lion got his. You know what I mean? He's thinking, like, well, I'm gonna go on the hunt here.
Yeah, he's like, oh, look at
that. And that thing probably kills everything it encounters. You know what I mean?
Yeah, how many people have gone jogging in Horsetooth and they've never come back?
Because of that mountain lion.
Yeah.
And this guy said, nope, enough's enough. Took him out.
Strangled him with his bare hands.
Strangled him with his bare hands. I pictured, like, the scene in The Revenant in my head, but...
Well, in the very first episode of the ScruffCast, longtime listeners may remember, Dan said he could defeat a bear with his bare hands.
I don't recall saying this.
Yep, that's the one of the very first things we talk about on the very first episode. Because we were originally talking about coyotes.
Oh, a coyote.
And the thumbnail on YouTube, if you go on YouTube and search ScruffCast, is somebody fighting a bear in a boxing ring.
Right. Me and my fiance went for a walk a couple months ago. There's like a path, kind of like like the little like ravines between houses and stuff in the paths. We were walking through it, and we saw a coyote. It was like from me to you away, maybe a little further.
For the listeners, that's about 6 feet away, maybe.
Well, that was it. He just walked away. Didn't try anything.
He didn't know to mess with you.
He knew. I gave him like the little like the chest fake. You know,
back away,
little head
coyote.
I heard it. He made that noise too.
Ran away like a little bitch.
Little bitch coyote.
All right. This next article comes to us from Channel 3000. What a ridiculous news name. Maybe it's probably
a fake
remember
article.
Back in the day, old satellite TV, the channels would go up like into the thousands.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was not actually thousands of channels.
Just the same channels repeated
I
over
feel
and over.
like that was just like, not a scam, but, you know, they made the channel numbers higher to make it seem more interesting and cool.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, your sports are from channel 2200 to 2300, right? It's like, why don't you just use 200 to 300?
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember or if your parents had this back in the day, but do you remember back in the day when people had satellite dishes?
Yeah.
And it was like the card you would put in the box.
Yeah.
Because my uncle had this setup where, I don't know, he knew some guy. It was like always a scam going on where he knew a guy who I guess had some program on his computer and some card reader. He would take the cards and he would just like flash them with the program. So you were like stealing satellite TV from DirecTV.
That's awesome.
And then eventually they would catch on, right? And then the card would stop working and be like, "Oh shit, you gotta get your card guy. I need my satellite TV again." Right? Ridiculous.
You remember that? There was like 10 satellites hanging off everybody's houses.
Yeah, well, do you remember when people used to have those huge ones? It's like you're looking at the back of the
backyard.
It's like looking at the International Space Station,
yes,
right? Like beaming the rays.
There were some that were just outrageous.
Yeah.
All right. Where were we here?
I don't know, but now you just have your phone, which like
Channel 3000
fits in your pocket, and you can get all the info you want.
But
back then, you gotta literally have a giant like crater in your backyard to capture the glimpse of a signal. Is that Nicole Kidman? I don't know. It's kind of scrambly. Turn it to the left. Oh, it's Bewitched. Right? Like that's what it was like. Maybe not that long ago. I think Bewitched was a little more recent.
I feel like that was a little more recent.
That was like 2004.
Maybe like the original show Bewitched.
Yeah. All right. Back to Channel 3000 here. Man using hot charcoal to warm vehicle instead starts fire, officials say. Well, I don't know if I'd say instead, because he obviously warmed his vehicle if it caught on fire.
Okay.
This was in Madison, Wisconsin. A man attempting to warm up his vehicle Thursday afternoon caused it to catch fire after placing a baking sheet full of hot charcoal underneath it, fire officials say. Madison Fire Department crews responded to the home in the 3700 block of Karstens Drive at about 12:30 p.m. The vehicle was in flames in the parking lot. The parking lot? Shouldn't it just be like a driveway?
He brought this charcoal with him from home.
He went to the grocery store. He got it right there.
Bought the bag. Bought the cooking pan.
Ready to go.
Lit it on fire under his car.
The fire was not threatening other vehicles or buildings and was extinguished within 10 minutes, according to the report. Damage extended to both front seats and into the rear of the vehicle. The owner told firefighters his vehicle had been frozen for the past 3 days and wouldn't start. To warm it up, he put charcoal in a baking pan and lit the charcoal. After the flames died down, he put the pan of charcoal under his vehicle in an attempt to thaw it. So I'll give him a little credit. He waited for the flames to die down.
No, there's no credit that gets given to this guy.
Well, at least he didn't just have it like full flames going.
Why didn't he just plug his car in?
It was trapped at the parking lot outside the grocery store or wherever it was.
Wherever he was.
Or just assuming, in 3700 Karstens Road or whatever. Right. Karstens Drive. So he waited till the flames died down. He put the pan of charcoal under his vehicle in an attempt to thaw it. And about 5 minutes later, he noticed flames in the engine compartment and called 911. I would love to hear that call. He escaped the vehicle uninjured. Oh my god, he was in the car?
Yeah, I guess so.
This guy's a dumbass.
Yeah.
He escaped the vehicle uninjured, but the vehicle is a total loss, fire officials said. 2 days earlier, a crew responded to a similar incident on Spring Street. There, firefighters met a man who had set 2 baking sheets of charcoal under his Chevy Express minivan. This is the kind of guy who has a Chevy Express.
I've never even heard of
Me either. Chevy Express minivan for the same reason, according to the fire department. Firefighters removed both pans and extinguished the charcoal, telling the vehicle's owner this type of burning was both illegal and dangerous. The owner stated he, in quotes here, does it all the time.
Oh my god.
And indicated he would simply buy more charcoal and defy the firefighters' orders once they left.
A Chevy Express is just like a cargo van, by the way.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
I never knew they had a name.
Yeah, I thought they were just cargo van.
Yeah. It's unknown whether he did so, as firefighters were not called back to investigate illegal burning or a vehicle fire. So I love that this guy's just like, you know what? Take this charcoal and shove it up your ass. Once you guys are gone, I'm relighting it.
I'm going to do it again.
Even though his car's already warmed up. He's like, I'm doing it just to show you.
It's like those psychopathic murderers who like get 25 to life.
Yeah.
And they're like, that's fine, because when I get out, I'm going to do it again.
Yeah, this guy's like, oh, you caught me. I can't wait for you to go around the corner. Even though my car's already warmed up, I'm going to charcoal it up just for fun. Just to show you I have it all under control.
Wow. What an idiot the first guy was. See that?
You can't fix stupid.
No, you can't.
All right, this next article comes from Telegraph.
Oh.
.co.uk.
Our favorite.
.co.uk. Passenger turned away from 2 flights after wearing 10 layers of clothing to avoid luggage fee. I like the way this guy's thinking. Oh my god, the guy's name is Ryan Hawaii.
No way.
I don't know about this. A man traveling from Iceland to London was turned away from a British Airways flight after he wore 8 pairs of pants and 10 shirts to avoid paying for excess luggage. This sounds like a move one one person I know that listens to this podcast would definitely try to pull. Because they wouldn't want to pay for baggage fees. Like the kind of person who would book flights with connections and just get off at the connection.
The kind of person that flies to Russia but stops off in Switzerland first.
Yeah,
and just gets off the plane while everybody's looking for him for 3 hours.
Yeah, then the plane is waiting, and they're like, "Do we have a Mister missing his connection?" Obviously, I won't put the person on blast here. And they're waiting there.
But I'm sure everybody who listens to this podcast can also figure it out.
Yeah, you know what we're talking about. Anyways, he was turned away from the flight after he wore 8 pairs of pants and 10 shirts to avoid paying for excess luggage. Ryan Carney Williams, who goes by the name Ryan Hawaii. Oh, okay, no wonder. Hawaii's not his actual last name.
Okay.
Who goes by the name Ryan Hawaii, was due to fly from Keflavik Airport on Wednesday when he was refused a boarding pass by the airline. Just a little side note here. I like how he goes by Ryan Hawaii. Can we pick names that we go by?
I don't see why not. Slash did it.
Yeah, that's true.
Nobody calls him,
What's his actual name?
Stephen Thompson. I don't know what his real name is.
Clarence.
No, I have to Google that
Eugene.
too.
I don't know, but
Slash.
Maybe that'd be a good question to ponder. What our not our stage names, but
maybe that'll be next week's question to ponder. We already have one for this.
We already have one. But anyways, listeners,
Saul Hudson.
Oh yeah, Slash is way cooler.
Yeah, it's got to be Slash.
Listeners, if you have ideas for what our names we would go by are. And don't write in like, oh, you should go by John Shit, because I'm not going to read that. Give us cool ones. John Power or something. But anyways, write them into ScruffCast@gmail.com. All right, so Ryan Hawaii. He was due to fly from Keflavik Airport on Wednesday when he was refused a boarding pass by the airline. He was reportedly stopped from boarding his flight back to the UK after he put on all the clothes that wouldn't fit in his checked luggage. Taking to his social media page to document the debacle, Mr. Hawaii tweeted, at British Airways, "Hi, being held at Iceland Keflavik Airport because I had no baggage. Put all the clothes on and they still won't let me on. Racial profiling?" Okay. He instantly goes for the racial profiling card. Maybe it's because he has a million pairs of shirts on. And you know what happened? This guy's in the front of the line, and they're like, "Oh, sir, your bag is too heavy. It's excess baggage." So he's like, "Oh, shit." He opens a suitcase, and he starts taking it.
Throws on 15 sweaters.
Yeah. It said he put on 8 pairs of pants. Right? So he took 8 pairs of pants out of his bag, and he had to put them all on.
I own 8 pairs of pants. You know that?
Dude, I have trouble fitting into...
Let alone travel with 8 pairs of pants.
I have trouble fitting into 1 pair of pants. All right?
Well, that's for a different reason.
Now I'm putting on 8 more.
Oh my god, I know.
Right? And he's like doing this in front of the line, so I could just picture the people standing in line like, what the hell? Like, when you're at the store and the person in front of you is taking too long at the checkout, and you're like, okay, lady, come on, you've never seen an avocado, like, scan this, let's go.
Yeah,
right? Yeah. Now imagine somebody's putting on 8 pairs of pants and 10 sweaters.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Get a punch.
And then I imagine he took his his phone out and went on Twitter right there in front of the line. I'm getting racial profiled.
Look at me, I'm a victim.
Yeah, you're getting like outfit profiled here because you put on 10 pairs of pants. Sadly for Mr. Hawaii, the ordeal did not. I just like how they call him Mr. Hawaii. Sadly for Mr. Hawaii, the ordeal did not end there after he was turned away from a second flight with EasyJet the following day. And there's a tweet here. Oh no, it's just the original tweet I read, but with a picture here of a woman pointing at him, probably saying, "Put that away." So his next tweet said, "And again," in all caps, "refused from 2 flights in 2 days for no valid reason," he tweeted. EasyJet explained that the captain and ground crew were concerned about reports from the previous day and that Mr. Hawaii was provided with a full refund. British Airways vehemently deny that the incident had anything to do with race. I probably believe him here. Mm-hmm. A spokeswoman said, "The decision to deny boarding was absolutely not based on race. We do not tolerate threatening or abusive behavior from any customer and will always take the appropriate action."
So is he being a jerk to them?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Or he's just being obnoxious.
He calls himself Ryan Hawaii, so you know what kind of person he is.
Yeah, he probably talks in the third person all the time. "Oh, hell no, they're denying Ryan Hawaii getting on a plane. Oh, Ryan Hawaii."
He probably even knocks it down to that too.
Yeah,
You know.
Yeah, he's too busy. He doesn't have time for these extra syllables. I wonder what the baggage fee was too. Because, dude,
25?
once you get on the plane, you're gonna be uncomfortable sitting there with
Oh
8
my
pairs
god,
of
it's
pants
not
on.
worth it. Yeah.
Like, you could probably stand
You're just
up
doing
fine.
it to like prove a point. Now all you're doing is gonna go post it on Twitter like, oh look at me, I got away with wearing 10 layers of clothes.
Absolute mad lad. Like, you could probably stand up with 10 pairs of pants on. You'd kind of be like waddling like a penguin. But
Yeah.
imagine trying to sit down. Those not gonna fold.
You just hear like a lot of like,
Like, you're not gonna fold. You're gonna be like just
No.
on an incline the whole flight.
That'd be terrible.
Sir, please sit down.
I don't even like wearing
pants.
pants on flights.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll wear shorts. I'll wear some type of
What
clothing.
kind of flights are you going on, Dan?
Yeah.
Mr. Hawaii has now arrived back in the UK after taking a flight with a Norwegian airline. Talking about the fiasco, he said, I waited in the queue politely. That's how we know they're British. Waited in the queue politely with other passengers, and once I made it to the desk, I was still refused my boarding pass. Security were called. At this point, I started to film. Security tried to slap my phone out of my hand. So then, here's a tweet from EasyJet, like a DM they sent him that I guess Ryan Hawaii made public. EasyJet said, I'm sorry to hear about your experiences with British Airways and ourselves. Ryan. Although we're not in a position to comment on the actions that British Airways took, the captain for your EasyJet flight was made aware of what happened the previous day. Because of this, the captain took the decision to offload you from the flight. Because of this, I'm afraid that we can't offer you a refund for your booking under our terms and conditions. And Ryan Hawaii replies, well, I guess I'll see you in court. Thanks for your help, mate. Wishing you well.
Oh, give me a break.
Oh, Ryan
You're
Hawaii.
gonna take him to court to get your $300 back?
Yeah.
It's gonna cost you $10,000 in lawyer fees.
Ryan Hawaii is the kind of guy who would go for like a mental anguish. Right? and
Yeah,
stress.
you're right. Yeah.
It's like ruining his.
Maybe all the
burgeoning-
stress was your body being squished with all this clothes. All the blood was rushing to your head.
Right, it's ruining his burgeoning SoundCloud rap career. Right, that's what Ryan Hawaii does. Come on, for sure.
Hawaii.
I moved, continued to film, and explained that I was well within my rights. Police were called. I spoke to 2 police officers and explained my story. This is not the first time a passenger has tried to avoid paying luggage charges by wearing excessive amounts of clothing. James McElver, a singer with Scottish 5-piece rewind, what? Lost consciousness flying from London to Glasgow, Scotland in 2015 after wearing 12 layers of clothing.
Well, maybe this is why they won't let Ryan Hawaii do it. It's for his own good.
Just either pack light or pay the goddamn baggage fees. 12 layers of clothing. This man must have been so constricted if he passed out. Could you imagine? You're sitting in your chair and this guy comes to sit in the seat next to you, and he's puffing out over there.
Speaking of packing light, he needs to talk to the person who books flights to Moscow and gets off in Geneva. He went to Europe for 10 days with a carry-on and played hockey there,
Living that vagabond lifestyle.
getting all stinky.
You just open the windows on the plane,
He's
you air it
just
out.
stinky in general, though.
Oh, you just listen to the podcast, just seething. We'll get some emails next week.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get direct text messages.
Oh, that was the end of the article telling the guy
that
he
was
lost
it.
consciousness.
That
but-
guy's a loser.
But that's ridiculous. I wonder if Ryan Hawaii ever took him to court. If he's
Probably
out there,
not, like-
if he's out there listening, send us an email.
Hit
We'd
us
love
up.
to have you on the show. We'll Skype you in.
We could probably figure out how to do stuff like that.
Yeah, that's true. We don't know how to do that right now.
We'll sort it out.
You'll just hear him off in the distance. Hey, they didn't let me on the plane. Oi,
Oi, they didn't let me on the plane. Oi.
oi, check out my mixtape. All right. I'm trying to decide which article to read next. Let's go with one where I have a little note titled "Chair Throwing Bitch."
Whoa.
So this is breaking news. This happened just today.
Oh yeah.
Right. So this was a local story here in Toronto. This is from CTV News. Toronto police investigating video of woman tossing chair off condo balcony. Police are investigating after a video surfaced online of a woman throwing a chair off a Toronto condo balcony. The clip, which has been shared thousands of times on Facebook since Saturday, shows a woman with blonde hair and black leather tossing a metal and wood chair from a condo balcony. The chair falls from several floors above the ground, though it's not clear how high.
I heard it was 20 stories.
Yeah, and looking in the video, it's clearly
Did you watch
quite
the
a few
video?
stories. Yeah,
Okay.
it's clearly quite a few stories.
Keep reading. I'm gonna watch the video. I'll try to make it go quiet.
The Toronto Police
It's not
Service...
going
It's not going quiet at all.
Hold on. I got to figure this out. Okay.
The Toronto Police Service is asking for the public's assistance in identifying the woman.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, dude, it's absurd.
Oh my God. That seems like it's like
Dude,
50 stories.
And it's like right above the Gardner Expressway.
You freaking psycho.
Yeah. This woman's crazy. I'll tweet an article to the video. I'm sure somebody's tweeted the video itself, and I'll try to retweet it from our Twitter account, @ScruffCast. But the Toronto Police Service is asking for the public's assistance in identifying the woman who is wanted in a mischief-causing damage to life investigation. The roads below appear to be Toronto's Gardner Expressway and Lakeshore Boulevard, apparently taken on the Snapchat video app. That's how I know the person who wrote this article is like over 45 years old. On that Snapchat video app. The clip is captioned with, in quotes here, "Good morning" message, and cuts out before the chair meets ground. Yeah, so the video does end before you see the chair actually land, which is unfortunate.
The chair was in free fall for a while,
right?
though.
But it had to be at least 25 stories up, this balcony.
Oh,
lucky
yeah.
it wasn't a good gust.
It was a lot higher than I thought it was
a
going to
good
be.
gust of wind, right? Like flying back. But like it's tumbling down.
Oh,
And
yeah,
I don't know
it's
why
going
the
for a
person
while.
did this. And I don't know why they were dumb enough to film this. Well, they got somebody else to film it with them because they're probably like, look at us, throwing the chair. Absolute mad lad.
We're so random.
We're so random. That's
We're
just
so
me.
random.
That's just me. Just a typical good morning.
I'm not like your average girl.
I'm like totally different.
I get along better with boys than girls.
Yay. Police said there were no injuries and the chair landed in front of a building entrance. It is unclear when the video was taken, but police said in a statement the incident allegedly occurred around 10 a.m. on Saturday, February 9th. It is also alleged that other items were thrown from the balcony as well. Well, that's not exciting. What other items? Right?
Apparently there was 2 chairs.
In a photo posted on Reddit and shared on Twitter, 2 chairs that resemble the one in the viral video sit mangled on a sidewalk. So this bitch threw 2 chairs? Users in social media voiced their disapproval of the woman in the clip over the weekend and into Monday. From that height, the chair could kill someone instantly, wrote one user on Facebook. I believe it.
Oh, yeah.
CTV Toronto reported that the Toronto Police Service's cybercrime unit is investigating. And then they have a tweet here. Woman to ID in mischief. Endanger life investigation for throwing chair over balcony onto roadway below. Image of woman attached. Info. Contact Toronto Police. Yada, 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 yada. And it's just a picture of the girl with the chair.
But I think they've tracked down, like, what building it is. So I'm
Well,
sure
I
at
guess
that point...
if they found the chairs, right?
They analyzed the video that much. Like, it's not going to be that hard to find her. I can't imagine.
No, I guess not.
I'm sure they'll find her within the next few days. But, like, put her in jail. 100%.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Throw her
Someone
in
has
jail.
a follow-up tweet, and it says that replied to the Toronto Crime Stopper account or whatever, and said, "That moment when you find out it's not 1 but 2 chairs, arrest her." And then it has a picture of what looks exactly like the chair the woman threw, just like mangled. Thankfully, it landed like I guess on the sidewalk rather than the road.
Yeah.
The way it
But
tumbled.
then it could have hit a
But still,
person walking
imagine
by.
it hit somebody.
You're walking
Dude,
out of
you'd
your
be instantly
building.
dead.
Poof! Dead.
Yeah, you'd instantly be dead.
Oh, throw her right in jail. Just like that's ridiculous. Like
Okay, let's say 20 stories, 25 stories, well over 200, right? Feet.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a lawn chair. If that hit you in the head, you're dead. If that hit you anywhere,
yeah, it's like a little.
maybe if it hit you right in the foot, god damn, that would suck.
Probably break your foot.
Oh, probably
Maybe,
break your foot
yeah.
for sure. But like maybe imagine you were walking down the sidewalk and you tripped and you fell backwards right as the chair landed, and it actually saved your fall.
You like sat on it.
Yeah,
Oh, man,
yeah, that'd be badass. That was it. It was all an elaborate Instagram marketing stunt
Yeah, one of those viral
for
videos.
this chair company, right? Then the article just goes on, has more tweets, just talks about this bitch through this chair. Pretty absurd.
Oh yeah, I put her right in jail if I were them, man.
Definitely, because imagine you're driving down that road, because she's not aiming for the sidewalk. If you watch the video, which I will try to retweet from our Twitter
She gives
account,
it like a good chuck.
she gives it a good chuck, and it's right over like Lakeshore and the Gardner Expressway, like a busy area.
Yeah,
Like 10 o'clock in the
they
morning.
had the address 55. Crap. I read it somewhere. Burmer or something like that.
I don't think it's in this article.
Oh,
But it's pretty absurd, right? So, like, if this had landed on the highway, you could easily have a 10-car pileup, no problem.
Yeah.
Because if it hit your car, first off, it would definitely break your windshield. 100%. It'd go right through the windshield, probably hit you.
Yeah.
Right? We're talking a full-size, like patio furniture chair, right?
Yeah.
If it hit your windshield, if it didn't, like, strike you and actually kill you, it would scare the shit out of you, and you'd veer all over the road, probably.
Yeah,
right?
we were kind of talking about this earlier. Like,
right?
Or damage
have a heart attack.
could be done, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, even if it doesn't, like, say it hits the top of your car, it's still scary enough. Well, what if then you got so scared you ran your car off the road, then killed somebody?
Yeah, right? Or, like, right into the median in the middle or something.
10-car
Crazy.
pileup, next thing you know, like, I'm like, yeah.
So a question I have for you, Dan, is what do you think is the smallest object you could drop from that height that would still kill somebody if it hit them? Like, what's the limit? Like, if I dropped a tangerine from the 25th balcony
I don't think so.
and I hit somebody, would it kill them?
No.
What about, like, a full-size orange?
No. I'm thinking like a watermelon has a chance.
What about a pineapple? It's spiky.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Watermelon for sure. Watermelon hits you in the head. Oh, boy. That hurt. Yeah, you'd be dead. I think it'd knock you
You
out.
think he'd be dead?
If a watermelon hit you in the head?
From 20 stories up.
Well, the thing is,
I don't know.
eventually it all hits like a peak speed, right? So whether it's 20 stories up or like 50 stories up, it's all kind of the same. I don't know.
Depends on like the weight of the object.
I guess it depends on the weight of the object. I think a watermelon. What about a grapefruit? Is that too big?
No, I think
Is
they're
that
like
too
they're too
small?
soft. Like they're
too soft. So
like
I guess
a watermelon
it depends
has
on
like a tough exterior. Right?
It depends
Whereas,
on
like
like
a tangerine and orange, and a grapefruit doesn't.
the density. What about like a Tim Hortons coffee?
Nah.
But it's gonna have some like heft to it, right? It hits you. Whoosh.
Yeah, but like the moment it hits you, I feel like the impact would be like taken away by like the coffee flying out of the cup.
And then like the coffee would hit you in the head.
Yeah, it would just be a mess, really.
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh
man, burning hell coffee.
burning hell coffee, burning hell chair throwing woman. Getting roasted on the ScruffCast.
All right, listeners, write into scruffcast@gmail.com with what do you think the smallest item is you could toss off that 25th story balcony and still kill somebody. Don't try it at home, though, obviously. All right. On to the next article. This one comes from a macon.com or Macone. But yet, the site itself is The Telegraph. Not .co.uk, though, so I don't know if it's the same Telegraph or if this is just like another Telegraph from somewhere else in the world.
I don't know.
All right. Robbers in clown masks had machetes, so Grandma beat them with a scooter, Texas cops say. The robbers in clown masks had the element of surprise, but the Texas couple they threatened fought back, police say. Two men wearing clown masks and wielding machetes pulled up alongside a couple sitting in their truck in their driveway in Texas City just before 2:30 a.m. on February 1st. Texas City is a town of nearly 50,000 residents that sits along Galveston Bay near the Gulf Coast. One of them, wearing a white mask, orange hair, and a big red nose, went to the truck's driver's side, placed his machete on the neck of the man sitting at the wheel, and said, "You're going to give it up, or I'm going to cut you," according to the report.
Like one quick question: what were they doing, just sitting in their car at 2:30 in the morning in their driveway?
Definitely suspicious. Maybe
Yeah.
less suspicious than the guys dressed like clowns with machetes.
Yeah.
But still suspicious. In Galveston, that's crackhead boo-boo town.
It is. So I've heard. Yeah.
Okay. The man in the driver's seat, Joseph Nelson, told KTRK, he couldn't believe what was happening. He reached his hand through the window, put it on my throat like this, and I'm like, "Dude, you serious? You trying to rob me with a machete?" Thomas told his wife, Aretha Cardinal, who was sitting in the passenger seat, to get out and find the weapon. As he began to struggle with his attacker, according to KRIV, she grabbed her granddaughter's scooter from the front yard and started swinging, the station reported. Just swinging the scooter. Cardinal started hitting both of the machete-wielding clown robbers with the child's two-wheel scooter, the Galveston County Daily News reported, and Thomas eventually took his attacker's machete away. How did the woman get out of the car, go to the front lawn, get the scooter, and come back and start beating these guys?
This doesn't sound
And they
real.
got two machetes.
This is ridiculous.
It is a little odd. It was really scary, but it was like, it was either us or them, and not us. You're not going to steal no money. We ain't got no money, Cardinal told KRIV, the news agency here. Me and my husband held them down, commenced to beating them until the laws came. This just, the whole scenario is bizarre.
Yeah.
She also used the scooter to bust out one of the windows of the suspect's car as they ran back to the car and fled, the Daily News reporter. Texas City police arrested the alleged clown mask.
Wait, I thought they held them down till the police came. But now they fled to their cars?
Well, holding them down, that was the woman's quote, right? So she's probably trying to sound badass.
Wow.
We held them down, beat them until the laws came. And the police are like, oh,
but actually
they were running away by the time we got there.
Yeah.
Texas City police arrested the alleged clown-masked assailants just a few minutes later, according to jail records. Jose Noel Lugo of Texas City and Luis Jimenez of nearby La Marque.
Well, right there. That's why they got to build the wall.
Hey.
I'm just saying.
I don't want people with machetes.
Keep Jose and Luis out of there. They're clown masks.
Hey, but you know what? No matter which side of the wall you're on, you're welcome to listen to the ScruffCast.
Absolutely.
We don't discriminate.
We don't judge.
As long as you got internet. It's all good. So they remained in county jail Thursday facing aggravated robbery charges. Their bond is set at $100,000 apiece as they await trial. So, I agree. This doesn't quite add up. There's something strange here. These people are sitting in their car 2:30 in the morning. And these two guys dressed like clowns with machetes roll up. He puts his hand in the car and starts to grab the guy's neck, and he's like, "Give me your money." And the guy's like, "Dude, are you for real gonna rob me with a machete right now, bro?"
Yeah, it seemed. I'm actually watching right now a surveillance video of this happening.
No, isn't the surveillance video in the article of something else?
Oh, is it?
Yeah, something about attacking Florida pizza shop worker.
Oh yeah.
The Holly Hill Police Department of Florida. Oh, this was in Florida, of course. Florida man. They attacked an employee at a Little Caesars with a wooden board and a pair of scissors as he was leaving work. Do you remember a couple years ago when there was that epidemic of creepy people dressed like clowns just hanging around?
Yeah, that was weird.
What the hell ever happened to that? People are just like, the internet's getting tired of this, and they just gave up.
Let's move on to something else now.
Yeah, it was all of a sudden people were it's like the United States literally had a clown problem.
Yeah, it was happening
right.
It was an epidemic,
right? And then it just faded away. That's bizarre.
Apart from this, that was weird. I watched some videos. I was like,
what kind of person is
doing anything?
That was spooky.
But yeah, it's just weird.
What the hell?
I guess that's the point.
What kind of person is I'm going to dress up like a clown and go walk around and spook the shit
imagine
out of
you just walked outside right now and there's a clown just on the sidewalk staring at your house.
Yeah, no thank you.
Not doing anything wrong. They're just standing there. Well, you know what I mean? But it's just what in God's name?
Well, it's not illegal to dress like a clown. It's not illegal to walk around at nighttime.
Exactly. So he's well within his rights to be doing that.
If he's just standing on the sidewalk, right? It's not like he's attacking me or saying, "Hey, you bitch!" And,
exactly.
Trying to hurt me or something. But I'd just be like, "Man, get away from me!"
Yeah.
What the hell's going on?
That story didn't add up. Something didn't add up there.
Something didn't add up. Maybe this is another case where the ScruffCast does investigative journalism. I feel like we have the potential to be a hard-hitting podcast.
Didn't we have something last week we were supposed to investigate on for this week?
Yeah, we did.
I don't even remember what it was now.
But we didn't. Wasn't it somebody getting sued or something?
Yeah, I don't know. But hopefully next week we have an answer about the chair-throwing lady.
Oh, yeah, I imagine.
I'm sure we'll have
especially
something
since it's a local story.
Yeah, it'll be all up in the news.
Was it we were going to talk about how the kids were talking about getting arrested for trick-or-treating? Was that what our investigative journalism we were going to do?
No. It doesn't matter. Let's move on here.
Oh, well. If the listeners really cared, they would have wrote in.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, on to the next article here. This one comes from apnews.com. Police, : man fails to open register, steals chicken instead. This has happened in New Orleans. New Orleans police say a man entered a fast food restaurant and tried to swipe some cash, but couldn't open the register, so he made off with some fried chicken instead. Reports say the man entered the Popeyes in eastern New Orleans. It would be a Popeyes in eastern New Orleans.
Yeah. That's the origin of Popeyes.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so. The commercial. My New Orleans style chicken. I'm not
No,
sure if she
it's
said that.
Louisiana style chicken.
Oh, it's Louisiana. My Louisiana. Well, where's New Orleans? Duh.
I guess. Is it? Is New Orleans Louisiana?
Yeah, I think so.
The ScruffCast, a geographical entertainment educational podcast. So reports say the man entered the Popeyes in eastern New Orleans on Monday morning and tried to steal money from the register. But police say the register wouldn't budge, so he grabbed some fried chicken and fled. Police arrested 27-year-old Philip Lee a short time later in the area. He faces charges of simple robbery and simple battery.
Simple robbery. That was a thing.
Oh, it was just simple robbery, sir. It was just chicken. Magistrate Judge Bridget Collins set his bond at $13,500. That's a hefty price for chicken. It was unknown if he's represented by an attorney who could comment on the case. There's a whole article.
That was it.
Yeah. Listeners, you know by now, we don't vet the articles. I'm just like, oh, damn, I got to read this story, right?
Guy stole some fried chicken.
I was expecting maybe he got like a little fight, had a drumstick, and he was like tussling back and forth. Give me the biscuits.
I do like some Popeyes, though. Popeyes
Popeyes
is
is tasty.
Yeah, Popeyes is really good.
You get the biscuits. You get the chicken.
There's nothing bad about Popeyes. Nothing. It's good stuff. It's like way better than KFC.
Yeah, but is it way better because it's like rarer? You don't eat it as often?
I never eat KFC.
Exactly. So maybe KFC is really good nowadays.
I doubt it.
Me too, but maybe it's good. I haven't had KFC in a while, but more recent than Popeyes.
You've had KFC more recently than Popeyes?
Yeah.
Oh, I've had Popeyes way more recently than KFC.
No. Listeners, you let us know when you've had KFC or Popeyes. You're probably loving us trying to remember, when did I eat this chicken? No, I had this chicken. Wait, you had that chicken? Oh, man, I haven't eaten that chicken in a while.
What's funny is I thought we were on track to have a better episode than last week, but I think we...
It all comes down to the articles sometimes.
Yeah, but then we went off about chicken.
But you know what? Maybe you got stuff you want us to... We don't always have to read articles. That's just kind of like a routine of the podcast we got into.
We can do whatever the hell you guys want.
Yeah, if you write in and be like, hey, I want to hear you guys talk about
pillows
this week.
We'll do 45 minutes on pillows if you guys want.
Yeah, I hope you have your pillow because it'll probably put you to sleep. Or, you can pick like more complicated topics. Like we could talk about, I don't know, aliens or something.
Just anything.
Maybe we gotta spruce up
an idea.
Maybe we
what
gotta
do you
spruce
guys
up
want
the
to hear
podcast.
about?
We gotta spruce it up a little. Like,
yeah, maybe we should take a couple months off, and really figure ourselves out, find ourselves. It might be time. We haven't done that in a while.
Go for what is that thing they call it where you like go out in the desert and you just like smoke like peyote or whatever it's called?
Oh, isn't that like with the
vision quest?
Yeah.
Yeah. With the natives, with the Native Americans.
Yeah,
like what's her
yeah,
name?
yeah.
Elizabeth Warren running for president of the United States.
What?
You haven't heard about this?
I don't pay attention to that stuff.
So she's running for president of the United States.
And she's a Native American?
In 2020. She claims she was Native American.
Oh.
Okay. And then Trump is like, I don't believe you.
Of course.
So she took DNA tests to prove it, and she came back like 1024th Native American.
Oh, come on.
So she's like...
She's a megabyte. She's a megabyte Native American. That's all she is.
So she's like barely, right?
Yeah.
But she still tried to play it up. So then Trump had this like amazing tweet. He's like, Elizabeth Warren, who I sometimes refer to as Pocahontas, claims she's running for president. I'll see you on the trail.
That's pretty funny, actually.
Right? Did you see the one he had, the tweet he had? Now we're just rambling about his tweets, but he had a great... When I say great, I don't mean like it's like very accurate. I just mean it was hilarious.
Yeah.
When there was like the whole polar vortex going on, it was so cold.
Oh, I did see this.
He's where the hell is global warming? Come back, we need you.
Yeah.
It just cracks me up, this guy's tweets.
He's so stupid.
That's so funny.
Such a dummy.
Dude, I'd love to get him on the podcast. Dude, we would blow up.
Oh my
People would
God.
hate us instantly. They'd be like, oh my God, you had Trump on the podcast.
Yeah. Especially because the only way to get him on would be to like support him,
Yeah.
That'd be the only way.
Oh man.
But then he would
Celebrity
tweet
Apprentice.
good stuff about the ScruffCast, like
Dan and John just had me on. I agree with what they say. Good guys.
Great guys, great ScruffCast. Some of the best podcasts you're ever gonna hear.
Nobody knows podcasts like I know podcasts. Nobody knows podcasts more than me. That's what he'd say.
All right. Okay. We're doing Hero and Jabroni of the Week now. We got some high class candidates this week.
Of course, there's a lot to choose from this week.
Oh, it's like never ending.
I feel like maybe the articles are stronger last week, but there was weaker candidates for Hero and Jabroni.
All right, let's start with the Jabroni. Let's end on a high note. So start with the Jabroni. John, your Jabroni of the Week.
My jabroni of the week is... I'm going to give it to the guy who tried to put on 8 pairs of pants.
Yep, that's fair.
And held up the line. And then he tried to play the race card. As he's sitting there looking like he's like wearing a parka. What the... This is because I'm not white.
Dude, we came to see your skin color because you're covered in clothes.
Yeah, honestly. Got so many sweaters on.
Yep. All right, my jabroni of the week. I'll go with the chair throwing bitch.
It was a toss-up between the two.
Yeah, like I was going to choose... it was between the two. Whichever one you chose, I was going to choose the opposite.
Because, I mean, really, is there no other option? But, I mean, the guy who put the charcoal under the car, it was also pretty dumb.
You're just dumb. Dumb of the week.
All right.
All right, hero of the week, John. What you got?
Hero of the week.
Is it going to be unanimous?
Well, it depends. My hero of the week, I was actually going to give it to the guy who stole the chicken. Because he went in there, he had his game plan, and he's like, oh, damn, register won't budge. He's not leaving empty-handed. He calls an audible.
Yeah. Great.
He's going home fried chicken. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll give it to him.
That's fair. I'm going to go with the guy who killed the mountain lion. I know
It's pretty badass.
It's the easiest choice, but Jesus Christ, that's incredible. Good for him.
Now, what do you think's more common? People who've killed mountain lions or people who have tried to steal money and then end up stealing fried chicken?
What's more rare?
Yeah, like what's more rare? Which one's more common?
Probably the stealing of the fried chicken, in fairness.
Hero of the week. That's a veteran move.
Wow. All right. Veteran move by the chicken stealing robber. I like that. You put that into context. It was good. I get it.
I feel you.
You're
I
wise.
feel me.
You're wise over there. The longer that hair grows and the longer that beard grows, the wiser you get.
Yeah, I didn't get a haircut the whole time we were on this hiatus. Just to give the listeners a vision.
Yeah, you haven't actually.
I'm getting ready for that vision quest with the peyote.
Oh boy. Okay. Now, our question to ponder for next week. Are you ready? This one's a little... We may get some people who may not like this one.
It's a little grim.
It's a little... Yeah.
But you got to write in and tell us.
You got to tell us how if you don't like these kind of questions to ponder. Too bad, because you're a baby.
And this isn't a podcast for babies.
That's right. I don't know what I was calling it.
Back away, babies.
All right. Anyway, question to ponder for next week is... you can cure all diseases in the world forever, but to do so, you have to murder one innocent child. Would you do it?
Question. How old is the child?
6.
Okay.
So it knows you're killing him. Or her.
Enough to just...
We don't judge. We'll kill either gender. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
We'll kill X's and Z's too. It doesn't matter.
And how do you have to kill them? Does that matter?
I don't know. Yeah, like it's gotta be brutal. No, I don't know.
Jeez.
It's gotta be like I don't know.
You know what? It's on your conscience if you're the one.
Yeah,
killing,
I don't think we
right?
have to get into that.
But I just wanted to lay the groundwork out there for the listeners thinking about the question. I don't want them cheating on the question.
Yeah, whichever way you guys want to kill them, you can tell us about that as well if you'd like. It's not necessary because it's not part of the question.
To go into like super detail, we don't need that.
But we probably will report you.
Maybe we should have picked a different question, but you know what? This was it for this week, so too bad.
That's all we had going.
All right. Now, my plea for the listeners
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
is to email us at scruffcast@gmail.com with your ideas, with your feedback. Do you like us just reading these ridiculous articles about people stealing chicken and lighting their cars on fire with charcoal? Do you want us to talk about other stuff?
This is the chance we're going to give you right now. This is the end of the podcast. Because sometimes we say stuff like, oh, email us. We say it like in the middle of the podcast. Somebody may have an idea and then they forget about that idea. Well, here's your chance, okay? We're going to give you a second right now to remember those ideas you had earlier. Write them down. Write them in an email. Send it right now as you're listening to this. This is the end of the podcast. You got nothing else to listen to except for the good song at the end.
Yeah, your week just peaked. This is the best part of your week, and it's coming to an end.
We know you're not doing anything right now. You're probably at work listening or driving.
Waiting for Survivor to come back in a few days.
Just if you're driving, wait till you get to a red light, pull out your phone, make sure there's no cops around, and shoot us an email.
Yeah, you pulled that car over.
Let us know what you want to hear. We're for the people here.
Yeah, and also, if you have articles you find, send it to us.
We've had that happen.
We've had some great articles.
Great articles sent
I
in.
can't even remember the articles.
But they were
But I
so
remember it was
good.
a really good one because we named that listener Hero of the Week the week they wrote in.
We did, yeah. If you want to be Hero of the Week, step it up.
Yeah, email us. If you're listening on YouTube, you could even just leave comments. however you listen to it, leave us your comments or whatever feedback that way.
Yeah. And if you're on, and if you got Spotify, check us out there.
Yeah, we're
It's a
like
new
legit
cool
now.
thing.
We're on Spotify. You know who's on Spotify? Like Metallica. Like real people.
Real people.
Real people.
And now the ScruffCast. I have Spotify. I'm going to
Now
search
the
this up right now.
Yeah. Look at that. We got a 5-star rating from Metallica themselves.
Are we the ScruffCast on there?
Of course.
I want to see how easy it is to
The
find.
one and only. You just search ScruffCast and we're there.
Oh, the Scruff. Wow, I just put the Scruff in. I've already found us.
Wow, you didn't even need to put cast.
And our whole catalog's up there? Oh, damn.
Oh, you know it.
Holy Jesus. All right. Okay. Listen to us on Spotify if you got it.
Yeah.
All right, that's it. You guys have the question to ponder for next week. You have your chance now to think of all the stuff you were thinking about before. Write it down. Send us an email.
Yeah.
Send us what you want to know about, what you want us to talk about.
Your comments, your questions, your concerns, your thoughts, your feedback. Don't be afraid to praise us. You can just write in and tell us we're awesome.
That works too. Okay.
But I'm interested in, I want to know what you guys want. This is like, I think I used this analogy before, but the ScruffCast, it's like AA, you know? You get in what you put in, right? You get out what you put in.
Yeah,
So,
that's good. I like that. Okay. This one's run on too long too. I think next week's going to be a 15-minute episode.
Yeah,
Giving you guys a little too much recently.
Last week was actually almost our longest episode since episode 2 by like 6 seconds.
Well, if we cut the crap in this episode, it would only be like 25 minutes or so. Okay.
All right.
That's it. That's the end of this episode. Thanks for listening, everybody, and we'll catch you next week.
Oh, as I'm watching her go, all I'm thinking is, oh damn that bad thing. I can tell you're really good at distracting.
That's Crackhead Boo Boo Town.
It is. So I've heard. Yeah.
Okay.